Fine. So as an efficient finance manager, you know what? You will calculate the cost of capital, whatever money you are raising. Suppose you calculate the cost of capital comes to 15%. Okay. Then that 15% is like a hurdle. You don't have to strike it. You have to jump over it and continue. So the company is coming running. Cost of capital 15%. Jump and continue. You know what? This KO is also called as hurdle rate. KO is also called as what? Hurdle rate. It's an hurdle in the growth of the company. If I borrowed the money, if I raised the money at 14% or 15%, I have to make sure that I give 15% to my investors. So whenever I invest in the project, that project should earn more than 15%, jump over and continue forward. Right? See, what is the point calculating the cost of capital? See, your point is very clear, sir. That is there in the topic. It's there in the syllabus. We will learn cost of capital and we will cross our hurdle of the examination. Correct. But in real life, it is always like that. That 15% KO is there. Then the finance manager has that thing as an alert. Okay, that 15% KO. So my project should earn more than that. Cross over the hurdle. My return should be more than 15%. Correct. So much before investing. See, guys, then should it be trial error method? You understood what I said? Trial error. Huh? I raised crores of rupees from my investors. Okay. Then I draw the cheats of the project. Project A, project B, project C. Put the cheat in the box. Project B. Okay. Let's start project B. You start constructing the project. You bring plant. You bring machinery. You install everything. You start producing. You work for 1 year. Then you come to know, oh shit, I invested money at 15%, but I'm earning only 8%. Okay, okay. Loss, loss. What loss? Investors will come and hold you over here. Our money, our money. Can this be a trial error? Okay, see, it's an uncertain era, guys. It's all about future predictions, but at least we should not leave it to trial error. So to overcome this problem, no, to find out the estimated rate of returns from our project, no, we are going to do capital budgeting. Okay. Budgeting, you would understand. I'm not talking about accounting, capital accounting. I'm saying capital budgeting. Budget is always prepared for the past or for the future to come. For the future to come, right? Yeah. Right now, so our finance minister, when honorable finance minister presents the budget is never for the past. Okay, leave the finance management, guys. People go to astrologers. What they predict? They predict the future. People, come on. What is the point? They predict the past. There's nothing like predicting in the past. The prediction is always about what? Future. Right? Okay. So what capital budgeting role is, what role capital budgeting is going to play? It will help you to select that project whose returns are more than your cost. So it will help you to estimate the returns of the project. And then you have to decide if it is more than cost, go with it. If it is less than cost, then ignore it. Right? Okay. Have you done capital budgeting before? Some are like, see, some people are saying, yes, sir, in some different syllabus, in some other courses, we had done. Some are saying, no, no, never ever. We never encountered this topic. Basically, you took my question in the wrong spirit. I'm not asking academically. I'm just asking, have you done capital budgeting in your life before? And the answer is yes, everybody has done. No, it's not about the concept. See, I'll tell you one simple thing. Each one of you has a mobile phone, right? Today, the world is like that. Each one of you has a mobile phone, right? And in the current pandemic, right, the list of necessities, when we say no, food, clothing, shelter, mobile, computer, and internet, it has almost become like that, right? See, Whatever is a fact is a fact, right? So we have to, now we always have to plan that way. Okay, like fine, we need to have uninterrupted internet, or we need to have the devices. There's no other option. Okay. So whenever so you have bought mobiles, you know, whenever you buy a mobile, whichever quality, quantity, price, whatever you buy, roughly 2 years is a trouble-free life. I mean, it depends. Huh? You take this and just directly drop into the water, then the trouble starts in the very next minute. That is a different thing. But otherwise, with a standard usage, at least up to 2 years, it creates no problems. After that, sometimes it becomes little slow. Right? Sometimes charging doesn't take place, or it gets charged, but it discharges very fast. Sometimes the screen goes off. After 2.5 years, this kind of problem, some or the other problem arises. Obviously, the performance which was there 2 years back, same performance is not there. So suppose a student's phone screen has gone off. Okay. It has only one color, standard one color. Some dark green color or some dark yellow color is coming on the screen, and student is not able to see anything on that. So with the given scenario, it's very important to have the electronic devices working. Okay, so he goes to the service center and he shows, you see, this is a problem with my mobile. The screen is having only one color. I can't read anything. I can't understand anything. I just can do on off by pressing the long press button. Either it is on or either it is off. That's it. That's what I understand. Okay, fine. Submits. After 5 minutes, the representative comes and gives a budget. Okay, that's all. This is the problem. That is a problem. Screen has to be replaced, and this part, processor, conductor, driver, whatever, we don't understand anything out of that. Okay, and they tell you that the approximate cost is 4,000. Okay, now the working starts in our mind. 2 years back, the phone was purchased, say, for a mid-range budget phone, 12,000 rupees. The phone was purchased. Okay. So now that 12,000 which I bought 2 years back, in the current market scenario, you know what? That phone has already come down to 8,000 rupees. New phone has already come down to 8,000 rupees. This fellow is asking 4,000 rupees for the repairs of the phone and giving me a warranty of 6 months. I ask him, see, whatever is the position, whatever is the condition, without any repair renewals, if I hand it over to you, how much will you pay me? Understood? 4,000 is my fixed expenditure I have to incur to bring that phone to life. Without phone, we can't work. So we have to do that. So I ask him one simple question, that if I give you this as it is, screen not working, I drop it at your store right now, how much exchange price will you offer? So 2,500. I bought it for 12,000. So not working, sir. We have to spend some money to make it working. 2,500 will get some. So at back of the mind, I calculate 2,500 he will give. Suppose even if I want to repair this, then I have to spend 4,000. Have to arrange 4,000 in any case. So 2,500 he is giving. 4,000 for repairs I need. So 6,500. How much is the replacement cost, guys? What is the net replacement cost? New phone is coming for 8,000. 1,500 I spend more and I will have new phone in my hand. Another 2 years of peaceful life, at least. Then you do all this. Okay. And you convince your parents, see that 4,000 as such you spend. And what will happen? The old phone would be repaired. Again, there is hardly warranty of 6 months. What after 6 months it starts giving trouble again? Spend only 1,500 extra. Let's get a new phone. Happens or not? Is this not a capital budgeting decision, guys, that you have taken without knowing that you are taking capital budgeting decision? Repair or replace. Is this not a capital budgeting decision? It is. It is. We have done it, guys. Only thing that we don't know that we have done it. We have not studied it by any formulae, but we have applied the logics. Correct? So this happens, guys. Let's talk about capital budgeting. Give me a moment. Let me just open the file. Yes, we can. So let's come to the next topic. That is what? Capital budgeting. Okay. So see, as I told you, it's all about budgeting. That is planning of what? Capital expenditure. Buying of long-term assets, fixed assets. These are all long-term decisions, capital expenditure decisions. And as I told you, let's see, there cannot be trial error in that. Okay. In the sense, suppose a person wants to purchase a car. So he asks people which car to buy. Now it happens that he asks to only 2, 3 people who are using the cars on commercial basis. Means like they are like Ola Uber drivers or owners of Ola Uber car. And Ola Uber, you know how much it runs in an ordinary times. I'm not talking about it is all this 1.5 year. No? I'm talking about ordinary times. Ola Uber runs maximum. So you also know that they prefer to have diesel cars. Diesel is slightly cheaper and it gives a better mileage. So they prefer to have what? They prefer to have diesel cars. So you talk to people who are into buying diesel cars. Everybody tells you buy diesel car, buy diesel car, buy diesel car. And what is your usage? Your usage is once in a week. You go to market, or once in 15 days you take a round around your area, and once in 6 months you take your family out of town, and you buy diesel car. And then you know what happens after a year or so. You start it. It feels like a truck. And then within some time people get irritated. Yeah, I want to sell it off. Now you think of selling off, you will get the same price, guys. No, you get a higher price. Appreciation, no ways. Depreciation will happen. So you cannot reverse capital budgeting decisions without suffering loss. Technically, you can reverse. Okay, you can sell the asset which was purchased wrongly. See now, like career decision. Okay, you all choose to take commerce, right? Then you all choose to become chartered accountants. You become chartered accountants. You start practicing. You become auditor of an hospital. Quite possible. No, you can become auditor of a hospital also. I told you, no, earlier also I told you. We are like bacteria and viruses, omnivorous, present everywhere, omnipresent. A doctor is in hospital, architect is in architectural form. Build, right now, people correct now what's wrong in that. But we are everywhere. So you become auditor of a hospital, then you see the plight of patients, you feel bad, you feel no now. I did a wrong thing. I should not have become chartered accountant. I should have become doctor. Can you? On paper, yes. On paper, yes. On paper, yes. What to do? Again, join 11 Science. then give those entrance exam, complete MBBS, complete MD. Possible on paper, possible or not? Tell me. On paper only is possible. In real life, it is next to impossible. Right? See, means what am I trying to tell you? Some decisions are very much difficult to reverse. Right? Cannot be reversed without suffering a loss. Okay, fine. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about this meaning and objective. Decisions relating to long-term assets, capital assets, fixed assets, or long-term projects are known as what? Capital budgeting decisions. For example, setting up a new branch, purchase of machine, manufacturing a new product. Okay. The unique part of these decisions is that outflows associated with the project are immediate. Outflows will happen today, guys. Right? You will have to buy the asset today. And the inflows are spread over the number of years. That too uncertain. Correct? Okay. See, this is the peculiarity of any, that's why it is very difficult to do a business now. See, take the example of Reliance Jio Mobile. What capital budgeting exercise they must have gone through. 1.5 years they provided you free service. You know that? What model they must have prepared, guys? What income model they must have prepared? Okay, how we will make people addict of our services, then gradually charge them. And initially the plans were very cheaper. Now, if you come to today's plan, now invariably you spend 200 per month. Invariably, if you want a reasonable data. 600, 599 for 84 days and some offers like that, right? Invariably, you end up spending 200 per month on the recharge. Earlier, it used to be 100, maybe lesser than that. How much long-term planning he must have done, right? See, what happens over here? All the outflows are today, and that too certain. See, he can't be like that. No, suppose he's starting a mobile service. He says, okay, I will install the towers in Hyderabad. That too only near Lakdi Kapul. Dilsuknagar, no towers. If people buy, if people are interested, then okay. In Bangalore, only like Malleshwaram towers will be put. South end, no towers. If people are traveling, then say then no network, no network. They start calling you, okay, now I will put towers. Huh? They travel outside state, they come to Delhi, no towers. So then they write a mail, they write a letter to Reliance. No towers in Delhi. No, you're not sure whether you will travel to Delhi or not. You understand? On day one, they install everything everywhere in the anticipation of the income. So, guys, outflows are certain and today. Inflows will happen in future and uncertain. Right? So this is so typical thing about capital expenditure decisions. Right? See, most of the capital budgeting decisions are what? Irreversible decisions involving huge cash outflows. Guys, the decisions, if they go wrong, no, then it is a big pain, right? Once taken, the firm may not be able to revert back unless it is ready to absorb what? Heavy losses. See, you know what happens? Sometimes the business is taught in the wrong place, in front of wrong audience. You've heard of drive-in theaters? What is a drive-in theater? You take your car, it's an open ground. Drive-in theaters are at night only. There's a big wall, 70, 80 feet wall. The picture is directly projected on the wall. Okay, there's a big parking space. You have to take your car. On the stand, no speakers are hung. So what to do? Slide down the window a little, take the speaker in, slide the window up, sit in your own car. Okay, and where's the movie happening? Movie is happening on that big wall, 60, 70 feet tall wall. Drive-in theater. In Mumbai, the drive-in theater was there. You know when? When we were in kids, in 80s, there was a drive-in theater. We could that the wall was so big. If one is traveling with train, 60 feet tall wall, Okay, so if you're traveling in train, no, you could see at night if you travel, you could see the picture. But in 85, what was the number of people having cars? Very less. See, that time car was not necessity. Today, it's like with our lifestyle, it is like people always immediately desire to have a car. Once the income level rises a little, people are like, no, there should be one four-wheeler at home. Today, if that drive-in would have been here, they closed. It closed. The drive-in theater closed because it came at a wrong time. It was much way ahead of time. See, now what happened? The capital budgeting decision gone wrong. Okay, then it can be reversed only by suffering what? Losses. That is how it is. That time I have seen the driving only through the train only. I did not. Yeah, we also did not have a car that time. But then now there is one driving theater like that in Ahmedabad city. People pounce on. Literally, like people enjoy so much over there. Right? They take their cars. What do you understand? What is to be done? Open ground. You go take a speaker, put it in your own car, enjoy. Different fun. Acha, there is one in Chennai also. Okay, I did not know. Great. Thank you for informing me. Next visit whenever Corona permits. Okay. But see, they are all in right time now, whichever. Acha, okay. See, now the drive-in theaters, whichever city, they are now at the right time. Right now, people have cars now. Many people have cars. If something like that happened in 80s, no, then it was slightly ahead of time. Right? Okay. So, therefore, capital budgeting decisions should be taken only after considering and evaluating what each and every minute detail of the project. Else, what financial consequences will have far-reaching effect. What can happen, guys? One may have to shut down the business. One may have to shut down the business. Okay, see, in the recent past, no, I've seen it happening. See, nobody predicted what happened in the recent past. Okay, I have seen there were some garment shops. There were some hotels coming up in my area. I had seen them circulating brochures in the month of Feb 20. They died before they could think of existing. Okay, just open the shop, incurred so heavy expenditure, and then from March, you know what happened. Okay, we had a nationwide lockdown and everything. Yeah. See now, this was an unpredicted event, but see, some people have managed to survive also. That is all about the business of people. Okay, let's continue. The chapter revolves around two things. Simple ways. Compare what cash outflows that happen on immediate basis to that of what cash inflows. Okay. See, only two things to be compared. Cash outflows and what cash inflows. Right. Cash outflows will be given in the question. For that matter, cash inflows will also be given. If not given, then you can calculate like this. Our old friend income statement. Yeah, income statement is our very old friend, right? We have utilized it in all possible ways. Sometimes to calculate leverages, sometimes to calculate ratios. People, right now, sometimes to calculate contributions, sometimes to estimate fixed cost by going reverse, what not. Okay, so same thing, same thing. Okay, so from sales we start less variable cost. Anybody missing fixed cost? Anybody missing contribution? So yeah, every time, yes. So sales minus variable cost is contribution, guys. But see, topic wise, we don't need contribution over here. You must be remembering in the receivable management also, we twisted the income statement to arrive at what net benefit, right? Now we are tweaking the income statement once again to arrive at cash inflows. So what happens? So the step of contribution is not important. If you miss contribution so much, you can put that step. Sales minus variable cost contribution, then you continue minus fixed cost amount. Nobody, there's no harm, but that is not required, so it is not written. What if I know, I want to write? Okay, you write. No problem. Okay, that doesn't matter. So sales minus variable cost minus fixed cost. Okay, guys, wait. This fixed cost you subtracted over here. Let me elaborate a little more. These are fixed cash cost. Please write over there. The fixed cost that you subtracted are what? Fixed what? Cash cost. Yes. Okay. So now see, variable cost are cash costs. This fixed costs are fixed cash cost. So what are you getting? You are getting cash flow before tax, or we can also call it NPBDT. Guys, you know, understand NPBDT, net profit before depreciation and tax. So now I have a question for you. What will you subtract first? Will subtract depreciation first, or will subtract the tax? Depreciation, right? Sure? Okay, fine. So what is going to happen? We subtract the depreciation. So we get net profit before tax. Okay, people. From net profit before tax, we'll subtract what? Obviously, sir, we'll subtract tax. Absolutely right. So what I will get? I'll get net profit after tax. Now we all know. Earlier we had subtracted this depreciation. What is this depreciation? This is a non-cash expenditure. What is this depreciation? It is a non-cash expenditure. So what to do? Add back. So what it will become? It will become cash flows. This is what you already know, I suppose, right? Depreciation is non-cash. See, look here. There are two concepts. One is cash, one is profit. Left hand side is cash, right hand side is profit. When I pay salary, what happens? Cash also reduces, profit also reduces. Correct, people? Because salary is what? Cash expenditure. Okay. Let's again. Left side is cash, right side is profit. I charge a depreciation. What will happen? Only the profits will reduce. Everybody understands that? So now if I want to reach this cash level, what should I do? In the profit levels, I should add a depreciation so I reach the cash level. Is everyone okay with this? That's what you see happening over there. So in the net profits after tax, what to do? What to do? Add back what? Add back depreciation. So what you will get? You will get cash flows after tax, which is we also call it cash inflows. CI is cash inflows. I mean, CI, like if you don't understand what is the CI, this is cash inflows. Okay, so this is one very important thing in this topic. Okay, because what, as I told you, we just have to compare what cash outflows with that of what cash inflows. To keep comparing this, what to do? You have to know this. Cash outflows will be given in question. Inflows should be given in question. If not given, then calculate like this. Okay. Scope. In this chapter, the chapter will teach you what various methods of evaluating the long-term proposals. What are these methods? Payback period, net present value, profitability index, IRR, discounted payback period, ARR, modified IRR. These many methods we have to learn. How many methods have you learned? Have you learned any method, guys? Anybody capital budgeting expert? No. Nobody has learned. No, nowhere in the other syllabus or something. Haripriya has learned everything. Okay, next meeting you are co-host. So see guys, these many methods we are going to learn. Okay, we are going to learn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 methods we have to learn. Okay, so this is the basic thing. I have to teach you all these methods. Okay, So today we are not opening our notebook for this, right? We have not yet opened our notebook for this. First, we'll complete all your backlog. When is our next lecture? Tomorrow itself. Tomorrow, I think it is at 10 o'clock, right? So guys, before tomorrow's lecture, you have good 24 hours. Tomorrow is what today? But today is what 8th. So tomorrow is 9th. 10 to 1. I will see you people again, correct? Right? 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. So by virtue of change in the timing, you got more than 24 hours. Right? So people make sure that you complete your old things, and then we will start with capital budgeting. Fine, then we'll start with capital budgeting. See, with all these things written on the screen, you know how we are going to start with capital budgeting. Do you know? Can you predict what we'll be doing? Tell me. Vinitha is saying something. We'll open our notebook. We'll write for meaning, objective, and scope, and understanding the cash inflows. Refer JKC notes. Correct. Same thing we have studied now. So why to repeat? Only is what we should know the sequence of our studying. That whenever we revise, first we'll read this page and then we will continue. Correct, people? So that will happen in the next lecture. That is tomorrow. Fine. So let's stop for the day. Right. So you have any requirement of screenshot and all that? You tell me. No, 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 no. Mahalakshmi, not sit back and relax. No way. Not every day is like that. Hey, Mahalakshmi, that's too much. Not every day. Tomorrow you'll be actively working on all the methods. No, no, no. Not every day is like that. Huh?